Nice. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. As you can see, we're in a new space this morning. Um, my wife and I decided that for the sake of, best showing our house to potential buyers in the next couple months, it was probably best to let our large, wide open living room with the giant front bay windows and stuff shine. I don't know that they're bay windows, but they're large. And so we've moved me into what was briefly years and years ago a dining room, and then for the past few years has been the girls' playroom. Um, and this is not a bad setup. It's kind of given me uh, some foresight into what it could look like if I had my own bedroom to do all this in, like a dedicated space. So just played with the layout a little bit compared to what we did in the living room. Like just behind me, instead of having the drum set just behind me, I actually have all the mics behind me so that the wires don't have to kind of wrap around and everything. Um, so yeah, this will work for a little bit, and then we'll pack up, we'll move it again, and do it again somewhere new once again. Another change on this session is I updated the aspect ratio on the video. I don't know that there's going to be any real benefit to doing that, but I know that I was getting some messages from YouTube that mine was an unsupported ratio. I couldn't add related video cards to the end of my videos and stuff. So I decided to give this a shot. It makes the screen a little bit smaller, unfortunately, but there was a good bit of kind of dead space on the screen anyway, so this should work. And if it doesn't, we'll go back. Not a problem at all. This song is sounding rad. I'm really, really happy with uh, what we've done on the build up the past 4 sessions or so. It's come a long way, and I feel like it's really transformed the track into more of a. There really is like a Mars Volta element to that build up part to me. Um, and it's just the right amount of funkiness and strangeness uh, for my liking. So I remember years and years ago, when I was doing a lot of reggae inspired kind of fusion music, uh, my brother said, he goes, "Dude, this song is classic, Justin." And I've been thinking about that song a lot lately, and it may be the next one we work on. Um, it was a cool song, and it just was the same way. It just had this funky, progressive rock, spooky factor, but like a lot of electronics. So, anyways, I'm stoked with where it's at. We've got some work to do on guitars this morning. I've noticed a hole here on the right guitar channel. Previously, we had these power chords playing. They're just following along with the bass, just ringing out. Um, I think that it's going to be fine. It's so easy to re-record that I'm just going to go ahead and re-record it with fresh strings and um, the current amp settings, so I don't have to go digging around in old files to find out what I did with the amps. So um, I really am not even sure that I'm going to need any of this anymore, but I better keep it for that just to see what I did in the bridge there. So that's all muted. We are gonna just record in this rhythm guitar part here, and then we'll move on to the chorus finally. We'll finally start getting that to sound. I think once we can get that chorus to. Oh, my God. It is early. I think it's like 2:30 or something. What time is it? 3:06. Um, I think when we can get that chorus sounding uh, just a little more impactful, this track will really start to start to show its true colors. Right now, it's like you have this, you know, you come in through these first 30, what is it, 37 bars, and you're like, oh man, this is pretty sweet. And then the chorus is like a, so um, it's a little bit of a letdown right now, but in my head, I know what I want it to be. We just have to figure out how to get it there. So let's start with these, this little rhythm guitar part here. I'm just gonna let these chords ring out, and I'll probably let them ring a little bit longer than they actually need to be, just to get a nice clean transition. And then we'll just move a couple like transient starts, you know, back to where they're actually supposed to be. So let's knock this out real quick. It should be pretty quick and easy. It's 2 chords. But we'll loop that. I just experimented turning on this input quantize. I don't know that I want to do that. I don't. I'll do that off camera. I don't want to mess things up. Just want to get it done for you guys and keep the content engaging. Here we go. That should give us enough to do what we need to do with it. Guess I wasn't really using the comp feature properly. Right there. I mean, it's such an inconsequential part. We really could just probably loop it here. Okay. Delete that. I think that's really it. And then the last thing we can do is, if I move this up for just a second, start here, and we'll do a little brown, just a short one here to round out that part. Let's come back to 19. Bow. We needed just a little bow. Okay. This is like my fourth take this morning. Like for the actual YouTube video, it's been a couple times where I've been like, "Would you shut up, dude? Just quit rambling about stuff." And then the brutal one was like 26 minutes in, I realized that because of the move, I unplugged out like everything, and I forgot to put my laptop charger back on, and so it was on battery power. And every time it puts the display to sleep, the widescreen display that's attached via HDMI, uh, it basically stops updating, and so it freezes on OBS. And I usually have to go in and like reinitialize it, just like change the setting to one thing and then switch it back, and then suddenly we're back. So I forgot to do that like 26 minutes in, and I was like, I just can't let, maybe for those first 5 videos I would have done it, but now we're on video 15 or something. No, we're on video, I think 18, because I have a couple 0.5s. I got the welcome video. I was like, let's just start over. So this should have given us what we want. Let's give it a listen here. Sorry about that, guys, but it wasn't on heavy rhythm anyway. Cool. We knocked that out pretty quick. So we're going to redo these chorus power chords. Again, super easy chords. G sharp, octaves. So we'll knock that out real quick. And do a new guitar record track. One, make it bright red so I can see it. Input 2. Okay. So I like to do it this way sometimes so that I always have like a clean, and I can drag and drop things into different amp modes. The input monitoring hasn't been bothering me echo-wise today, so I'll leave that on because I know it's more interesting for you guys to be able to hear what I'm playing. Otherwise, the noise suppression setting for the Yeti mic blocks out the sound of my unamped guitar. So we'll come back 2 bars here. that's what we want, but that was just something. And actually, the input monitoring was bugging the crap out of me on that one. So, let's hear how that sounds. Actually bumping up the tempo at the chorus too, just to get a little more energy out of it. Let's see, open chord track, open marker, ruler, arranger. Where is it? View. This is crazy. There it is, tempo. Jeez Louise, that is. Literally just want it to be like 145, just like 2 beats per minute faster for the chorus. I can come back down. That's gonna throw everything off, actually. Yeah, let's wait to do that. I hadn't thought about all that. Let's move this. Oh no, that's part of the pad group. Better keep that there. Okay, here we go. fully clean the take and then pull from the rest of it for replacements. I think when I originally did it, I think I dropped my, I think it was in drop D sharp, actually. I think that note will work still, but I think I was in drop D sharp and played that part open, so that should have been another half step down, I guess. But instead we're playing an F now. Is that right? Or is that a G? Yeah, I think it's a E. Whatever. Let's hear it. That's not. Oh, that's what I used to do. And that is. See, I'd have to tune it down a little to get that note. And you know what? I think the last time when I was recording this song, I was actually playing on a 7-string guitar. So I wasn't drop D, it was that I had the low B string to go into that. And I specifically bought that guitar for purposes like that, knowing I like to play drop tuning from influenced by my metal days and not wanting to be restricted to that tuning scheme, but also have those extra 5 lower notes available to me that you would get from having that B, C, C sharp up to the 5th fret, and then you're back to your E. So I think that was the difference there. Let me double check the tuning now on that. All right. So some little juggadas like that. Dun, 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 dun. It'll give it a little more energy and we won't have to worry about the tempo change. Let's see here. For now, I'm just going to double up that guitar part, get it sounding nice and thick and simple for the chorus, and then we'll figure out if we need something else in there. I took the horns out for now. I'm just trying to simplify it and figure out the reverb effects and everything that we're striving for before I start trying to add virtual instruments that I can't control the articulations on in the manner that I would want to if I were playing it. And I know it's doable, but I kind of just don't have the patience for it. So we'll just leave that out for now. And ideally what I'd love to do is, if this was ever a band, I don't know that I'd be employing the services of a brass player. You know what I mean? So if we could ever get it to a point where that doesn't feel like that needs to be there to complete the sound, that'd be great. But if not, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Love ska, love funk, love ska, love having brass with guitars and stuff. It's rad. But I'm just trying to not make it seem like I'm doing all the work of a super group and super meaning a large band, not like amazing musician, because that I am not. Here we go. That up to Gentology. Okay, now let's get this is going to be duplicate track. This one's going to be for the left. It's going to go over here. And that way I don't have, so the takes for that are down here, and they're mixed up with the takes for the other one. So I'm trying to avoid that on future efforts. So we're going to add the octave for that little guitar riff there that's on the chorus. And it's just going to probably be a rough version. I might do the slow comp. Since you've already seen me do that, I might do that off camera, just so you don't have to sit here in silence. Let's keep the work engaging. Let's record and enable the right track. There's that. There, and let's grab this. All right, let's do a little save action. Command S. That's a smart thing to do as you're getting this far into the song and not saving. Good Lord, man. I think after all these years, the truth is that Studio One does a pretty good job of like auto backup, but I know that you shouldn't rely on that totally. It's not wise. All right, so we really don't need this at all. I'm just going to delete that range. The rebuild we do need. This is probably just... I'm just trying to just get some of the bulk out of here in the excess, and it just makes it a little easier to work with. Eventually I'd like to get all these guitar tracks redone and out of here, and then we'll just have these 4. Update about drum microphones. I think I told you this yesterday, maybe. No, I think yesterday I was still on track for getting just one more SM57. I actually think I'm just going to try, before I do that, because I still have to technically buy the upgraded version of Studio 6. I think I'll use the 602 from the kick drum on the floor tom and use the SM57 on the rack tom there, the 10-inch, and see what we can do with that. We'll change those heads. Those should be here tomorrow. We'll get the resonator heads changed on that. The second overhead mic should be here tomorrow as well. So we will get some crash cymbals in later this week, and hopefully some toms by the weekend. And then by then we should be well on our way to like truly mixing the track, and getting levels right, and referencing on different speakers and stuff. So just a quick update on that. I'm excited to start banging around on those drums again. It's been a few days. for the chorus, we right now we have the little hi-hats, kind of a opening and closing the hi-hat for the cymbal work on that. I was thinking about some different options. Um, I was thinking you could go snare crash, snare crash, snare crash, snare crash, crash. You do something like that. You could do um, you could do crash snare. Just I'm trying to like lift the pace of it a little bit, lift the energy. It's lower energy than the rest of it, and that's not how it should work. It should be the hypest part of the song. I think that's what they'd say. Those chugadas are a little bit metally for me. Uh, the just the that I could see that coming out. I'm gonna leave it for now, um, because it is adding to that energy, but it's not exactly what I want. I can already tell that. Maybe if I clean it up and it's more precise, um, then it might work. But right now, it just suddenly doesn't sound like a dance track anymore, and like it's I know it's not supposed to be fully a dance track, but like when I started writing this song, I was real into EDM stuff. I had just gone to my first festival, and I just like I like dancing. I love it. I think it's super fun. I think everyone should get over their fears of moving their bodies around, and I say this being one of the stiffest people. I mean, I've always been like down, when I was a teenager, I would go in the circle pit at punk shows and stuff. And when I was after high school, I'd do the friggin' arm swinging hardcore dancing. So I guess I've always been kind of a mosh pit kid. And then when I was into reggae, I was always kind of vibing. But once I got into EDM, I learned how to like exp- let my body move to the music, uh, and really like express yourself via it. And I just like that. I want that kind of vibe. Like I said, I would love for a DJ to be able to splice parts of my songs into their set would be ideal. So that's why I want to make sure that there's always a little bit of a dance vibe because dancing is super fun, man. We just, in my house, when we get bored in the afternoons, turn on some funk, turn on some grizz, turn on some, something fun, and just jump around the house with the girls, dance around, get some exercise. We used to have we used to have the trance dance half hour every day during the winter because it's so gloomy and cold here. Um, that we would 30 minutes a day we'd just turn on like psytrance music, and just I just wouldn't stop bouncing around the living room for 30 minutes straight. It'd be like aerobic exercise. So that was super fun. I have a song that's kind of, it's actually probably the most done song I have that you guys will hear. Like when I open it, there's really not going to be that much to do. Because it was the most recent thing I worked on. I think I worked on it while Eve was not an infant because I was playing Fallout a lot when Eve was an infant about a year and a half ago. But I think about a year ago I had a run for like 2 months where I was doing this sort of thing, getting up early in the morning and working. Um, but yeah, again, during those times I'd be like, I need 4 hours. And that's just impossible right now. So you get an hour of me a day. And that turns out it's very doable. And it turns out if you focus and you set some intentions for yourself, you can do a lot in an hour. I used to feel like I used to feel like I couldn't get anything done in an hour. But yeah, this method's working out. So if you've ever experienced any such pitfalls of uh, your work habits or that stuff, there's things to consider changing that could help you out. It takes a long time to get there, though. Trust me, I ain't preaching to you. My God, 36 years old, and I just literally, like, I still just recently convinced myself that, like, I'm not near death. I'm like, okay, I'm 36, my life's over. I'm not gonna do anything, and I'm like, okay, dude, you could literally live double the life that you have already, except you're starting with the knowledge that you already have. So, like, I should live another 36 years. And I'm the baseline starting point. There's no infancy, there's no adolescence. It's you're an adult. You have all this knowledge, and now go. You get to start over with 36 more years. My God, dude, I'm not gonna waste it anymore. It's crazy how much I would just be like, no, it's too late for me, and this and that. So, depression is a bitch, man. Sorry for cursing. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, everyone. Um, but it is. So, that's why we have to move out of Rochester, because the seasonal affective disorder is real. I mean, I do really well in the fall here when it's cold because I'm a bow hunter. Uh-oh, jacking up my hat. Um, so, the cold days are dream about cold days in November and October. But once December gets past and hunting season winds down from January to it's like May here, it's still cold. I mean, you think, oh, it's going to be, blooming and it's going to be beautiful in May in New York, and it's really not. I'm pretty sure we've seen snow in May, so I just can't do it anymore. So, all right, let's kind of wrap things up here. Let's give it one more listen and see if there's anything we can do before we go. I feel like that was a pretty successful session. Get that click track off. All right, sounds pretty cool. Um, yeah, let's wrap it up there, and I'll just clean up that chorus maybe off camera, or in just a separate session. Uh, just try to keep things a little more compact. I just don't want people. I want people to be able to sit through a whole video, but I don't want like extended periods of silence or extended periods of um, me goofing off trying to figure out what I'm doing. So sometimes I'll try to formulate a plan just before I get off and like give myself some sort of an outline. So um, yeah, I might also go back to sleep for a little bit. It's not even 4 yet, so I hope you guys have a killer day, and definitely check back later for maybe a 16.5 session with one of the girls. We've definitely got some stuff to do, and usually if I can coax them into banging on the drums with me, we can get something done. So um, I'd like to get those toms mic'd at some point and at least start getting some levels and this and that, and then we'll change the resonant heads, and then hopefully by that time it'll just be like, turn the mic on, a couple quick adjustments to maybe like the gate and everything, and the EQ, like maybe a small EQ change because the tone of the tom changes just a tad, and then we're off and running. We'll save that as a preset. We'll do that for all of our drums. And then the next time we start a song, we're going to start off with the drums as good as they are for the end of this song. Those drums are just going to be boom, load them up, start recording, start tracking. The drums are set. And if that works, I anticipate us starting to pump out some music. So it's exciting. I'm looking forward to loading this up again and doing another session with you guys. So check back soon. Like and subscribe if you're into that. Check out my Patreon page and consider making a small donation. Um, but for now, also, views are awesome, man. Views and subscriptions, it makes my day. It's really cool to see and know that strangers are checking this stuff out. So you guys take care. We'll see you back soon. Appreciate you hanging out.